everyone, it's Haley. Today I'm going to be talking about my kind of end of the year TBR, December TBR kind of thing. Yeah. So I don't really want to call this a December TBR because I'm not sure how many books I'm going to be able to read in December because I have finals in December, Christmas time, which means it's going to be crazy at work, and also my sister's going to be home. So, I mean, she comes home all the time, but still, it's going to be all those holiday things, so I'm not quite sure, but these are just kind of the books that I'm hoping I will be able to get to before 2015. Wow, I still feel like it's 2010. Am I the only one? Like, what happened? Where did all the time go? So other than this first one, these are in no particular order, and this one is a maybe. So this one is Guilt by Catherine Longshore. I'm currently reading this book. I'm only about 2 chapters in. I've kind of been off and on reading it just because I've been doing studying for exams and also working, and I'm just very busy. I've been watching Rain a lot. If you guys haven't watched that show, you should. And that's the reason why I picked this up, actually, because this takes place in Tudor England. It is a historical fiction, and Rain is actually about Mary Queen of Scots, so it's kind of around the same. It's like this takes place 10 years before Rain does, but I'm just in that mode of like royals and court life and all of that, so I felt like this was the perfect book to pick up. I've just been having a little bit of trouble getting into it. I mean, I'm only 2 chapters in, so like obviously not much has happened yet, but I'm not really in a reading mood right now because I've just been reading so much for school. I don't know if I'll finish this. Maybe. This next one is also a maybe, and that is The Bone Season by Samantha Shannon. So this one I really want to read, but it seems like it's going to take a lot of time and a lot of just investment in it to get through it. I mean, I was going to start this instead of Guilt, but then I like opened it up and there's like this map, and then there's like this kind of like family tree sort of thing, chart thing. I was like, wow, that seems like a lot of understanding. So I think I might read this, but I need time to really appreciate it. This is an adult fantasy, and that is all I know about it. I know a lot of people really love it, and it looks very pretty when it's naked. Ooh. Naked. Ooh, even the spine is pretty. Naked. So yeah, this one's mostly a maybe just because of the investment it's going to take me to read it. On the other hand, this one is like 100% for sure, and that is All the Light We Cannot See by Anthony Doerr. I love this cover. It's so pretty. Oh my god. So this is an adult historical fiction that takes place around World War II, sorry, and it follows a girl who is blind and then this German orphaned boy, and they meet up somehow, and I've just heard that it's magical. So I've just heard amazing things about this book, not only on BookTube but in like other blog reviews and newspapers and stuff. This seems to be the book to read this year, and I haven't read it yet because I just want to be able to give it the love and care that it needs, and I feel like after exams this is going to be the book I'm picking up right away because I've just been waiting for that because I didn't want to have the stress of exams and I wanted to be able to fully appreciate it. I'm just so excited to read this. Next are a couple of books I'm actually hoping to read for a video that I'm planning on doing, and that is Taken by Erin Bowman and Pulse by Patrick Carman. So these books are both dystopians, and I'm hoping to do a Haley's Recommended Reads video for dystopian, which is one of my favorite genres, so I want to kind of prepare myself. But I'm also hoping to recommend some lesser known dystopians, and I know these are kind of popular, but they're not as well known as a lot of my other favorite dystopians. So I was hoping to read these and give them a shot, and maybe one of them will make it into the video, maybe both of them, I don't know. So Pulse takes place in the year 2051, and it is about kind of like telekinetic kids and stuff, which sounds pretty cool. And then Taken is about this world where all of the boys disappear once they're 18, so there are no adult boys, it's only kids and anyone under 18, and I don't think there are any girls either. So it kind of has that little Lord of the Flies vibe to it in that way. I don't know. I've heard some pretty good things about both of these, so I am intrigued and I hope I like them. Next is another historical fiction, and that is Between Shades of Grey by Ruta Sepulti. Sorry you can't really see the cover, but this book takes place in Lithuania. Last time I was synopsizing this book, I said it took place on Lusitania, which is not right. It doesn't take place on a boat. It takes place in Lithuania. Oh my god. Takes place in Lithuania in the wake of World War II. And this doesn't have so much to do with like Germany in the war. It has more so to do with the Soviet Union. So it seems very interesting, and I've heard such amazing things, and the cover is absolutely beautiful. I'm just very excited to pick this up. And it has snow on the cover, so it makes sense for Christmas and winter. Perfect. Next one is The Unbecoming of Mara Dyer by Michelle Hodkin. I've heard such amazing things about this trilogy. The last one finally came out last month, and so many people have been pressuring me to start this trilogy, so I'm going to try and do it before the end of the year. It's this kind of like mystery thriller, kind of psychological thriller, and it sounds just super cool. So it's about this girl who is in this accident, and all of her friends died in this accident, and she mysteriously survived, and she's kind of an unreliable narrator. She doesn't remember what happened, and she's unreliable because a lot of the things that she's telling you, you don't know if they're in her mind or they're actually happening. So that's really intriguing, and it sounds super creepy and super cool, and I'm just all over it. Next is Seraphina by Rachel Hartman. So this is a fantasy story about dragons who can turn into humans, so they kind of disguise themselves there, and there's a lot of political intrigue. It just sounds so awesome, and I really want to read about dragons. And I love the cover. It's like, you can't really tell, but it's like rainbow shiny. It's just a really pretty book, and I would like to read it. Next is Rune and Rising by Leigh Bardugo. This is the final book in the Grisha trilogy. I read Siege and Storm last month, so I'm hoping I will be able to finish this trilogy before the year is over, because I started it this year, so I would like to finish it this year. So I'm really, really excited to finish it. It's kind of bittersweet. I love this trilogy, and I'm really interested to see what they are going to do in the last book, because I really have no idea. Next is Dune by Carrie Corp and Lori Langdon. So I don't know why I've been wanting to read this book so badly lately. I just have. It takes place in Scotland, but I think it's kind of like a alternate universe Scotland because it's a fantasy book. I really don't know that much about it. I just love the cover for this one as well, and I've just heard such great things that I really want to read it. I forgot one last one, and that is The Winner's Curse by Marie Rukowski. I love the cover of this one as well, and it just seems very intriguing to me. So it's about this girl who is the daughter of a general in this warmongering country, so she is obviously quite aristocratic, and she ends up buying a slave, but she finds out that the slave is a lot more like her than she thought, and she ends up falling in love with him, and of course, shit happens when you fall in love with your slave. That's not what you're supposed to do. So yeah, it sounds super cool, and the second one is coming out next year, so I want to be able to read that one. The cover for the new one is so pretty too. Oh my god. I'm just super excited. So those were all the books I'm hoping to read before 2014 is over. Let me know what you are hoping to read before the year is over. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!